Hey everyone, let's start with a situation many manufacturers face. You've completed your product, you've invested in testing, you submit under the EU MDR. And then, you get queries, your file is delayed or worse, rejected. And the reason? Clinical evaluation, not testing, not labeling, clinical evidence. This is where most companies struggle. So today, we're breaking it down in the simplest, most practical way. Step-by-step process, timeline, cost, very important, documents required, common mistakes, with real examples, and how to fix them. Let's get into it. Part 1. The real pain point. Let's be honest, clinical evaluation is the #1 bottleneck in EU MDR. Common problems. We already have data. Why is it not enough? Why is the notified body asking for more clinical evidence? Do we really need clinical trials? Why is equivalence not accepted? Root cause. Old MDD mindset, weak clinical strategy, poor documentation. Key insight. Under EU MDR, clinical evaluation is not a document, it's a continuous process. Part 2. Step-by-step process. Let's break the process, and where companies go wrong. Step 1. Define clinical evaluation strategy. Problem. No clear plan, literature versus clinical study. Fix. Decide early, literature-based. Equivalence. Clinical investigation. Step 2. Define intended purpose. Problem. Vague or broad intended use. Fix. Be specific and measurable. Example. General monitoring device, continuous cardiac rhythm monitoring in adults. Step 3. Literature review. Problem. Poor literature search. Fix. Systematic literature review, use defined keywords and databases. Step 4. Equivalence assessment. Problem. Assuming equivalence is easy. Reality. Under EU MDR, right pointing arrow, very strict. Fix. Match. Technical, biological, clinical characteristics. Step 5. Clinical data appraisal. Problem. Using weak or outdated studies. Fix. Critically evaluate. Relevance. Quality. Bias. Step 6. Gap analysis. Problem. Ignoring missing evidence. Fix. Identify gaps early, plan additional data. Step 7. Clinical evaluation report, CER, problem, poor structure. Fix. Follow MEDDEV 2.7, 1 Reverend .4 plus MDR expectations. Step 8. Continuous update, PMCF, problem, treating CER as one time. Fix. Post-market clinical follow-up, PMCF. Part 3. Timeline. Typical timeline, literature-based CER 3 to 6 months. With equivalence 6 to 9 months. Clinical investigation 12 to 24 months. With mistakes, add 6 to 12 months delay. Example. Weak CER, right pointing arrow, notified body queries, right pointing arrow, delay 9 months. Key insight. Clinical evaluation timeline depends on your preparation quality. Part 4. Cost breakdown. Very important section, clinical evaluation costs. Literature review $5,000 to $20,000. CER writing $10,000 to $40,000. PMCF $10,000 to $100,000. Clinical investigation cost, if required, $50,000 to $500,000 plus. Total cost, typically $15,000 to $500,000 plus. Hidden cost. Delay due to poor CER equals rework cost. Key insight. Strong CER reduces total cost. Part 5. Documents required. Core documents. Clinical evaluation plan, CEP, clinical evaluation report, CER, risk management file, PMS plan, PMCF plan, literature review data. Problem. Inconsistent documentation. Fix. Align all documents. Example. Risk file versus CER mismatch, right pointing arrow query. Part 6. Common mistakes. Mistake 1. Relying only on old data. Example. Using MDD era data. Result. Not accepted under MDR. Mistake 2. Weak equivalence claim. Example. No access to competitor data. Result. Equivalence rejected. Mistake 3. Poor literature review. Example. Non-systematic search. Result. Incomplete evidence. Mistake 4. Ignoring clinical gaps. Example. No additional data. Result. Delay or rejection. Mistake 5. Poor CER writing. Example. Unstructured report. Result. Notified body queries. Mistake 6. No PMCF plan. Example: no post-market plan. Result: non-compliance. Mistake 7. Misaligned documents. Example: different intended use in CER versus labeling. Result: major query. Mistake 8. Late planning. Example: clinical strategy after development. Result: delay. Part 7. Final strategy. How to get it right. Start early, build strong clinical strategy, conduct systematic review, address gaps early, align all documents. One line. Clinical evaluation is strategy, not just documentation. If you're planning EU MDR compliance, don't let clinical evaluation delay your approval. Because weak CER equals rejection, poor strategy equals delay, missing data equals high cost. Why choose OMC Medical? EU MDR experts. Clinical evaluation strategy. CER writing support. Gap analysis. PMCF planning. Whether you're starting fresh or fixing a rejected CER, talk to OMC Medical experts today. If this video helped you understand EU MDR clinical evaluation, follow OMC Medical for more regulatory insights. And we'll see you in the next video.